2 points in the bag. First time we've been able to say that for a few weeks. It must be pleasing and really proud of the way the boys dug in there in the second half.
Yeah, it was built on the first half effort, come up with a lot of points, which we needed in the end because with some injuries and a bit of pressure from them, could have got a bit hairy, but I thought we played pretty tough defensively in the end. We saved some tries. Yeah, we gave up a couple, but we saved more, which sort of just gave us a bit of breathing space at the end of the game.
Just how good were you in that first half?
Yeah, really slick, played really tough. Put up with a fair bit in the first 15 minutes. They were, they came to play. They were physical. They were going in hard and they were running hard. I thought after the 15-minute mark we got a little bit of ascendancy. They made some errors, through the back of our, defensive pressure, and we come up with some points. Got a little bit of luck, which you need. But yeah, we took advantage of the luck we got, and we finished with some nice tries.
I'm sure one of the messages you put out across in the dressing room at half-time would have been, don't get complacent here, don't take your foot off the gas. Leigh were a much better side in the second half, but things didn't quite seem to stick as much, especially with the ball in the second half.
Yeah, I think losing Cade and Johnny really compounded each other. I think you only lose one, probably cope a little bit better, but it took a lot of football out of us. They also got a lot of penalties in the second half, which gave them field position, and they were full of energy. The crowd got behind them, and they've got some good players. So to keep them to 12 points in the second half with the injuries we had and with the amount of ball they had, I thought it was a pretty fair job.
You must be still satisfied with the examination that you were given in that second half. They looked like they were holding out the line really firmly in the second half, your boys.
Yeah, just fatigue in the end. It was. Most of the half was played down. Most of the footy was played down in our 20 in that second half, and with any luck they could have scored 4 or 5 tries, which would have made it really hairy, I suppose, for us. But kept turning them away. They got a try here and there. Made some silly errors, with the kick chase where the fullback came out the other side was a really bad one. The 40-20 we probably should have covered up a little bit better, but on the whole, happy with the effort and still areas to improve.
Sam Esse, 2 tries in 2 games, not his usual style of play, but you must be really happy with the way he's progressing at the moment.
Yeah, he's come on in leaps and bounds, especially in the last few weeks. He's tough, he hits hard and he runs hard, and that's what we ask of our middles. If your big middles run hard close to the try line, they score tries.
Cade Cust and John Asiata, they went off early in the game. Any early diagnosis on the pair of those?
Cade's got a bit of a hip problem and Johnny's got a hamstring problem. So we've got 9 days. I can't see Johnny being available, but we're hopeful on Cade.
Okay, that must be another pleasing factor as well, that you've got a fairly healthy turnaround before you go to the south of France.
Yeah, it's always nice, especially once the season, you get into the nitty-gritty of the season. Long turnarounds are great to take advantage of. Just freshen up at the start of the week and then get a long preparation into the game.
Yeah, I saw a nice moment at the end of the game there after your interview with Sky. Did you have some family across that came to the game today? Yeah,
I got my daughter and her partner, and I got a nice surprise from my sister and her husband too, with finding out that they were coming to the game tonight, and just some friends from back in Oz as well. So it was timely. They haven't been to English games before, and it was they were really. Loved the crowd and the atmosphere and all the whole supporters getting behind us. It was, it was a good moment. I haven't seen my daughter for 7 months, so it was great.